up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and this is week 12, or not week 12, week 10 of the NPL, the National Pokeball League. If you guys did not know, this is actually a super late video, and also I did not upload an NPL video last week, and that's because Rob actually got super busy with just real life stuff, and he forfeited on us, so we weren't able to get a win that way. And actually that was our first win. We got our first win via forfeit. That sucked. That sucked. I mean, honestly, I was pretty confident in that match as well, and I was really upset that Rob had a forfeit on us, because honestly, I think we had a pretty solid chance to win. Rob, man, he's just a pussy, man. He's a coward. I'm just kidding. Rob has stuff going on in real life, but yeah, I have a completely new team now as well. I made a ton of transfers, so I'm going to read off my team in a little bit, but today we're going to be going up against Crobat for the win, Danza, who I actually faced off earlier in the season. That was the only video besides me versus Rob that I didn't end up uploading on my channel, and that's because I was just really busy at the time, and stuff was just happening, and also, I got completely hacked out in that match. I got completely destroyed. I missed a high jump kick, and then I missed 3 hurricanes in a row, and I just got destroyed that match. But yeah, Danza uploaded that on his channel sometime. But yeah, we're going to be going up against Danza this week. Let me read off my full roster, my new and improved team that I really like a lot. We got Mega Medicham, Bisharp, Scolipede, Mamoswine, Breloom, Mesprit, Electros, Flygon, Feraligatr, Emboar, and Miltank. So we got a lot of new mons. We got Miltank, Emboar, Feraligatr, Electros, Mesprit, Breloom, just a ton of new mons, and I really like this team a lot better. It's much more hyper offensive, which the whole thing was going for the team. I have like slow volt switches with Electros, and I just really like the team. It's just a lot better in my opinion. Some weaknesses is that now I don't have a fairy type, and my dragon resist is literally Bisharp, which is the main weakness of this team. Dragons are very scary to this team, but yeah, still I like this team a lot more. I feel like it synergizes much better. It's much more easy to use, and I'm really excited about this team. I was really excited to use it against Rob, but we didn't end up playing, so that kind of sucks. So my first time using this new team, and my opponent's team, Danza, he has Volcanion, Cobalion, Crobat, Cresselia, Mega Aggron, Granbull, Salamence, Ariados, Rotomo, Hitmonlee, and Crocodile. I believe he also made some transfers this week, and he got Cresselia, and he got I think also Ariados. He traded some stuff off, but yeah, in the last match versus Danza, he actually ended up sweeping his late game with Crocodile, so it's something that I had to keep in mind with the Scarf Crocodile. Also, one other thing is that I actually built the team, I didn't build the entire team, but I finished off the team on my school laptop, which I was renting out from my school, and I ended up returning it, and I forgot to save the team, so I don't have the exact team, but it is very close to the exact team. So yeah, the EVs aren't 100% right, but I'll show you guys the team right here. Yeah, I played all on my laptop, and I export or copied and pasted onto my new computer what I had, and then I finished building there, and then battled Danza on that computer as well. But yeah, the team right here, we got Mega Medicham. So I brought a Toxic Mega Medicham with Bullet Punch, High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt. Maybe I could have gone Fake Out with this as well. This might have been better over Bullet Punch, actually. But I decided to go Bullet Punch. The reason why I had Toxic is because he has actually a really reliable checks to Mega Medicham this time. Last time he brought Reuniclus, and I was actually adamant Double Edge for that because it 2-hit KO'd Reuniclus, which was pretty cool. But that is not 2-hit KO Crest, because Crest is fucking bulky, man. But yeah, I have Toxic for Crest to help Crest, and also I have Toxic for his other Mega Medicham answer being Granbull. So there's that. And then these two stabs just hit very hard, and then I got Bullet Punches for priority. Probably should have gone Fake Out, but that's fine. My next mon is Electros. Electros is this mon right over here. It's this mon right over here. The EVs aren't right at all. there, but they were defensive. I didn't have any special or attack investment. Originally, I was actually sub coil Electros to help me set up on stuff like Mega Aggron, maybe like a weakened Rotom-Mow, also Crobat, and just stuff like that. But I ended up changing to AV just to help me versus stuff like Volcanion, and also just a nice check to Sunmon's Dragon Tail. I originally had that on the sub coil set. I had sub coil, Dragon Tail, and Thunder Punch, but I like this a lot because a Super Fang is also really nice for Mega Aggron. Actually, I didn't realize it at the time, but after a substitute, unless I'm like max defense, Mega Aggron actually breaks my sub with Heavy Slam, which really sucks. Yeah, Dragon Tail is there for like stuff like Cresselia. Super Fang allows me to weaken just Mons in general, and it's just really nice. Volt Switch for slow Volt Switches, and Signal Beam because it punishes his switch-ins to Volt Switch like Crocodile, Rotom-Mow, and just weakening Rotom-Mow is just super nice for my team. It also does damage to Crest, but it's really not doing much to Crest at all. But yeah, Dragon Tail just helps set up sweepers and stuff like that. My next mon is a Life Orb Bisharp, where you got 3 Dark Attacks plus Low Kick. So you got Sucker Punch, Knockoff, and Pursuit. The reason why I have Pursuit on this set is actually because I want to weaken mons like Rotom-Mow and Crobat, especially Rotom-Mow because, you know, it might get a special attack drop and stuff like that, and I can Pursuit trap that because another one of my mons really does not like it. Like either of those mons, so just pursuit trapping them and getting rid of them is going to be super nice for another mon that I'll talk later. I got Sucker Punch just for priority, Knockoff, and then Low Kick over Iron Head. I could have had Iron Head for Gramble, but one, I didn't necessarily expect it. I thought there was a chance you could bring it for Heal Bell support and stuff like that, but I didn't really expect it, and he's not stinging on a Gramble anyway. His switch-ins are most likely going to be like Cobalion or Mega Aggron, which Low Kick hits pretty hard with both, and if I predict like his Mega Aggron switching before Mega Evolves, that's just a free knockout for me. Also, if like the Cobalion, which is probably going to be his main answer to this thing, I can easily predict that and go for a Low Kick, which is going to do a ton of damage to it. So there's that, and it's going to be just really nice. So that's why I have this set to Pursuit Trap, Crobat, and Rotom-Mow, and just all that kind of stuff. So my next mon is Mamoswine. 3 a Life Orb Attacker, 3 attacks plus Endeavor. I was actually thinking about going Curse just because Mamoswine is just really good versus this team. I don't think I had max speed. I knew it was Jolly and I had like something like this, but I don't really remember the exact amount, so something like that. But I had Ice Shard because Ice Shard is just super good priority versus this team. He has Crobat, it checks Mence, it does damage to Ariados, of course. Helps me check Rotom-Mow, helps me check a weakened Hitmonlee, checks Crocodile, just super nice. And then he does not really have anything for Mamoswine besides Caress now that he has Caress. And yeah, I could have gone Toxic, but like I have Toxic and Mega Metacham. We'll see another mon that has Toxic as well. And so I was thinking about Curse just because that could be a nice late game win condition to boost up my Ice Shards in case like I'm in that position, but I decided that Endeavor was just probably more useful in case I'm ever in that situation. But both Curse and Endeavor were both very situational. I didn't really expect to be clicking them at all. But next mon is a Colberberry Mesprit. Now I don't really remember my exact use spread. I think I was timid. I was either bold or I was timid. I don't remember, but it was something like this. I actually think I was bold, and I had like speed investment right here. Probably bold. But yeah, this is my rocker. Also, I have just support with this mon. I have Ice Beam for, I had on my phone, one second, okay, there we go. I have T-Wave support just because T-Wave support is so nice. If I can T-Wave Cobalion, because this is my main switch into Cobalion, I can T-Wave Cobalion, I can T-Wave just like anything. Volcania would be super nice, T-Waving Crobat, just like anything. I'd rather Toxic Crest, so not especially that, but there's that, and then also U-turn just to get out of there and stuff like that. I have a Cobra Berry to help me check Crocodile. And also with Electros, I had a lot of defense investment to help check Crocodile as well, since it was a huge threat to me last time. Ice Beam for like stuff like Crook, because you know this is a Crocodile lure, so I want to be able to hit it some way. And this also hits Rotom-Mow, which can be a huge problem as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just a set. Help me take on those physical threats and stuff like that. It was also there. I don't remember exactly why, but it can also switch into Crest if Crest is toxic, even if he is Calm Mind. Like like I can wear down the Calm Minds and stuff like that, and just wear it down pretty much. Now, the last mon, this is a really interesting mon. Originally, it was actually like this, and I ended up changing it to put a little bit more speed to try speed creeping crest. I don't really remember the exact EVs, but I decided to change it since originally I was sub coil Electros. I ended up changing it to AV, so I thought that I'm a bit better for Volcanion, so it's not like I need the SPDF as much. But this thing is just a really good mon for his team. This will be able to 1v1 Volcanion. It'll be able to do some damage to Cobalion stuff. It'll be able to 1v1 Cobalion unless it's SD, so there's that. I didn't necessarily expect an SD set, but I definitely knew it was definitely a really viable option versus my team. 1v1, it can 1v1 Mega Aggron unless he's Cursed Mega Aggron or if he's Rest or something like that. It can Toxic Mence. It can't 1v1 Mence, but it can Toxic it, which is really good. It can also Toxic Grand Bull, and it can wear it out of Heal Bells. Stall out of Heal Bells. That's what I meant. And it's just such a good mon for his team. It can deal with, it can kind of deal with Hitmonlee. I don't think it takes 2 high jump kicks, but like, yeah. And it can deal with Crocodile as well. Huge threat to my team. So there's that. And also this thing is checked by Rotom-Mow, and also Crobat beats a 1v1 if it has Roost. So that's one reason why I have Pursuit on this. Just super nice versus his team to help support the Feraligatr, which can actually be a solid win condition late game. I was actually thinking about going Torrent on this, but I ended up going Sheer Force. Just Torrent for the flinches, especially combined with Thunder Wave support, could have been really nice. But I decided to go with Sheer Force because I'm not a dick. And yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this match, or not the match. I hope you guys enjoyed the team builder, and let's get right into the actual match. Alright, we are here with the actual match up against Danza. So, as you can see, he didn't actually end up bringing his Mega Aggron. He ended up bringing Cresto, Crocodile, stuff I expected. I didn't really expect Granbull. That was kind of a surprise. Rotom-Mow, didn't necessarily expect, but definitely thought it was pretty decent versus me. Cobalion, I expected. And then he also didn't bring Volcanion, which was pretty surprising as well. No Mega Aggron, no Mence as well. Crocodile, which made sense. So that was pretty interesting. Thought it was a pretty scary team, obviously, but I definitely thought it could deal with it. I was thinking, I think I let off with my Mega Medicham versus team because I could get a Toxic off on his Cresselia. Actually, no. I was thinking about leading off with Mega Medicham, but I then ended up leading off with Electros because Electros just deals with pretty much everything. I can Super Fang this, and if he tries Calm Minding up, I can Dragon Tail, I can Volt Switch out, I could Signal Beam this if he leads off with that. And it was just pretty solid lead, in my opinion, versus him. So I decided to do that. Also, if he decided to switch Rotom-Mow on me, I could start Signal Beaming that and just weakening that thing, which is really nice for like my bulky Feraligatr set. And just like nice to put him in range of Ice Sharp from Mammo, and like Ice Beam range from Mesprit and stuff like that. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up leading off Electros. He ended up leading off with Cobalion, which is fine. I think right here I just decided to Super Fang straight away. I want to get damage off on that thing to help me help Bisharp as well. And he ended up going out into his Rotom, which is fine by me. I'm just gonna start Signal Beaming him right here, because even though he's setting up screens, I wasn't sure why I was setting up screens. I was thinking, is he setting this up for SD Cobalion or Calm Mind Cresselia or something? I was kind of confused, but even if he did have that, I would just Dragon Tail him out, so I wasn't too scared about that. He didn't know I had Dragon Tail yet, so there's that. As he's just going to Volt Switch out, he's going to keep his Rotom at a very low amount of health, which is really nice. He switched out this on the Signal Beam, which can take it pretty well. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I calced this. I don't remember if he was bulky or Scarf, but he did go for the Toxic right here. So I think he's bulky, but he might have just been Scarf with Toxic. I'm not sure, but I do Dragon Tail him out right here. I think he's bulkier. I don't know. But yeah, he's going to go into Cresselia, just start Calm Minding up, which is fine with me. I was just going to Super Fang. I know he can't do too much damage to me just yet. So I would be able to Super Fang him and start wasting some turns of screens as well. But right here, he starts combining up, so I'm just going to Dragon Tail him out as I misbuilt my Dragon Tail and Super Fang, which really sucked because now Electros is so low and I'm forced to stay in because I don't really have a proper switch in because he probably has Hidden Power Fighting as well, and I don't want to. Last time I actually switched in my Bisharp on a Focus Blast from Reuniclus when he predicted that, and I don't want him to predict the same thing. Also, we do see that he is leftovers, so we know that he's not Cobra Berry. I think somewhere we saw his leftovers. Which is really nice, but finally I'm able to Dragon Tail him out because that thing was a threat. If I'd missed that, that would have been terrible. But he's just going to kill Cobalion right there, which is fine. I'm going to go into Mesprit right here. I have some pretty great names, as I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I was thinking about going for the rocks right there, but I thought that U-turn was just my best play. I didn't know if he was taunt, so I didn't want a Thunder Wave just yet as well. And I thought he'd just switch out pretty much, but he ended up not doing that. So that's fine with me. I'm just gonna U-turn out into something else. Also, me not just showing rocks or something just makes him think that maybe I don't have rocks on my Mesprit, which is really nice. He might think that I'm a choice variant at any point as well, which would be nice for him to think that because I'm not a choice variant. So I'm just gonna switch on Medicham because I should be able to eat any one hit from this thing and just fur off a hit. So there's no way he's gonna stay in right here. He wants this as well to check my Bisharp. So I think he's gonna go out either into Cresselia right here in Granbull, and I haven't toxic any of those things yet, so I'm just gonna go for the toxic right here, as he ends up winning a Granbull, which is fine. Just weakness thing is gonna be nice, getting that toxic off. He might have Heal Bell, which might be one of the reasons why he brought Granbull, so I have to look out for that. I'm just gonna go in my Feraligatr right here, which he does reveal the Heal Bell, but that's fine. I have the toxic on this Feraligatr, and I should be able to stall him out of Heal Bell, so I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna go for the toxic over here right now as he roars me out, and he roars me out to Mega Medicham, which is fine. I actually switch out because I don't want to take a play rough. I end up switching out into my bulky Feraligatr, as right here I think he Heal Bells. I'm just gonna start spamming Waterfall. He's going to Heal Bell, and I'm just going to go for the Toxic again because there's no reason not to. I can stall him out of Heal Bells, and he might switch out as he does go out into his Cresselia, which is fine. I should be able to beat this thing 1v1 even if he is Calm Mind. So right here he decides to go onto this. I guess he's trying to get a Heal Ball off again because he does not want that Cresselia Toxic. So I'm just going to go for another Waterfall again as he goes right for the... I Waterfall twice as he goes right for the Heal Bell for his Cresselia. I didn't go for Toxic right there because I was pretty sure he was going to Heal Bell off his Cresselia just now anyway. So I just went for another Waterfall, and I did crit him, which makes him a bit weaker to stuff like Medicham and actually even Bisharp because I didn't have Iron Head on that. But yeah, it also meant that he was weaker, so he couldn't start Heal Belling as much as he could, because after that, if I didn't get a crit, he could have switched out and saved Heal Bell for later, but now he really can't because Waterfall, he's in range of Waterfall, it's going to be hard for him. So he's going to go into Crobat, and Crobat is actually one of the things that can actually deal with this thing. So I'm just going to actually start spamming Waterfall for a little bit, because there's no reason not to. I have no reason not to, just to scout if he has Roost. He might be like a banded variant or something, so I don't want to start switching in something, I'm just going to spam Waterfall, get him kind of low, and I think right here I switch out because he's going to Roost up, as he actually doesn't end up roosting out. I was expecting the Roost, so I switch out to Mamoswine, but he ends up not roosting up, and I'm just going to go for, I think, the Ice Shard to pick him off. But his Crobat is low, which is really nice, so he has to come in really low, and if I do get Rocks up, he's in a really difficult position where he has to defog or roost up or something. So I'm gonna switch out of this because this thing checks that, and I'm gonna go out into my Mesprit, and right here I think I just go for a U-turn once again. I want him to think that I'm like a choice variant, so later he doesn't taunt me. If I keep on spamming U-turn, I don't want him to continuously taunt me, so at some point I can T-wave that Cobalion or get up rocks on it. So that's really nice, as I'm just going to go into Feraligatr because I know I can beat this Cresselia 1v1. As he's going to start Calm Minding up on me, I'm going to go for the Toxic right over here, and getting that Toxic off also means that he cannot sweep me with this thing. So I'm going to go for the thing right there. I'm going to go for the I think the waterfall, yeah, I went for the waterfall. As you can see, he does outspeed me, so he did have quite a bit of speed in this thing. And after the leftovers, I'm not going to be in range for another psychic. So at this point, I'm just going to go for the rest right here. He ends up predicting me to go on a Bishop and goes for hidden power fighting. If he went for psychic and he crit me right there, that would have been terrible. But this Feraligatr is putting in a lot of work, this cool spread. So I'm really happy about that, as I'm just going to go for the sleep talk. I get a rest, which is fine. Toxic is going to start wearing him down. I think right here he has to switch out. So he goes on a Crocodile. I'm just going to go for another sleep talk. I'm praying for waterfall or something, but I do get toxic, which is fine. Toxicing this Crocodile is really nice. And because I crit his Granable earlier, he had to sack it off. And he doesn't have that heal bell support, and I'm just toxicking his entire team right now, which is really nice. Now he goes on this thing because he knows that he can take a waterfall at this point, and he's going to roost up. Now I'm just going to heart switch out into my Bisharp because I can take any one hit unless he has like hidden power fighting, and I can pursuit trap this thing. I was debating right here to either go for pursuit or even go for the low kick, expecting his Cobalion switch in, but I decided to go for the pursuit because that's gonna either kill him or put him in range of rocks. He seems to be a really defensive variant from that waterfall damage from earlier, so he has a lot of bulk. Yeah, that's gonna put in range of rocks. So as long as I get rocks up, that Crobat is gone, and his Rotom is weakened. Especially if I get rocks up, he can only switch in one more time on rocks. His Rotom and his Crobat will die, which means Feraligatr just does so much work versus his team, especially since we know he has Cobalion has taunt, and I don't really think his Crocodile would be his rocker. Maybe it might be. He did show toxic, but I thought this thing would probably have rocks. I guess now looking at his team, Crocodile could have easily had rocks, but this thing I didn't think it was SD, so Feraligatr would probably be able to beat it. But right here, I'm forced out by this thing, as he actually just goes for a Roar. I'm not sure exactly why he goes for a Roar right there. I guess he was expecting SD. I don't know. He could have just close comboed me if he expected SD. But I end up getting Roar out into this thing, which is fine. He ends up switching out, which just shows me he does not have SD. And I wasn't sure about SD just yet, if he had it or not. Plus he did have taunt, so there's really not much I could do to, like, I couldn't rest up on this thing. So I just thought it was better for me to switch out into my Mesprit right over here, as he goes out into his Cresselia. And right here, I think I end up finally getting rocks up, because I pretty much wall this Cresselia. I know his full moveset, Moonlight, hidden power fighting, psychic, calm mind, so pretty much I wall this thing, and even though I can't do anything back to it, he is toxic, so I will be able to beat it 1v1 at this point. So he's gonna start moonlighting up, and right here I go for the U-turn. I was really debating this turn. I was really debating going for U-turn or just heart switching out, because he might have, even though I showed off rocks, if I didn't go for the U-turn, he would expect me to be Scarf. But there was a chance that he would switch out because he can't touch me. So I ended up deciding to go for a U-turn to get that initiative. He ended up switching out, so I kind of wish I just heart switched out into my Feraligatr, but I didn't end up doing that. As he's just going to start calm-minding up, which is fine with me. And he's just going to go for another calm mind, start calming up on me. I'm just going to go for Waterfall, just my best play to start weakening this thing, and he's in a really bad position at this point. He's going to Psychic, and if that +2 Psychic really does not do much to me at all. And after that leftovers health back, I'm in a really good position. Now he goes under his Rotom, which seems to be his last check to this Feraligatr right over here. And I'm just going to switch out into, I think, what do I go on into? I think I end up going to Medicham. Yeah, I go to Medicham right here, expecting a Leaf Storm because I could Bullet Punch it after that, as he just goes for Reflect, which is fine. I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt in case he did want to switch out. I could have gone to Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch would have been better, but just in case you want to go out into Cobalion, like aggressively go on a Cobalion or something, predicting the, I don't know, Bullet Punch, I don't know, maybe I should have just gone for Bullet Punch because it was accurate. Definitely should not have gone for High Jump Kick, because if he went to Crobat right there and Rocks killed him, I would have been in a terrible position, because, not terrible, but I've lost half my health, and me being at full health allows me to check his Cobalion and even his Crocodile at this point, so I definitely wanted to stay at full health. as he's just gonna go Crocodile right here. Oh yeah, he wasn't Scarf. We find out right here he's not Scarf. I wasn't sure if he was Scarf yet because not sure just yet. I was actually kind of thinking the way he switched this in that he was Choppleberry, but I just decided to go for a high jump kick. I just thought that was my best play. No reason not to. As it does not kill, and I am at -1, so I don't do too much damage to it. But all he does is he goes for knockoff. So knockoff doesn't even do half to me, which is fine. As this next, this bullet punch will be able to kill it. Now, he goes into Cobalion right here. I'm just going to stay in as he actually doesn't do much damage to me at all. And I'm just going to go for a jump kick. That actually does nothing just because I'm at -1 attack. I'm going to go for Bullet Punch right there. I did not know if he had SD yet or not. I wasn't sure. So probably my best was going for a jump kick. I should have not gone for Bullet Punch right there. But, yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to go for Alligator because at this point, it doesn't seem like he has, the Swords Dance. So I'm just going to go rest up and stuff like that. Maybe my better play was actually Mesprit. I should have actually gone Mesprit just to Thunder Wave him just in case. Yeah, so he ends up taunting me and I'm just going to go for, yeah, but now he's just going to sack off Crobat and die to Rocks, which is fine. I'm just going to spam Waterfall. Just spamming Waterfall as a play. And yeah, gonna spam it. And I do win my first legitimate time in the NPL. Got my first legitimate win. Hooray for me. I'm amazing. But yeah, that was it. That Feraligatr actually really pulled through. Did so much work versus this team. I'm so happy about that Feraligatr. Weird Feraligatr set. I've actually brought Rest Talk versus Cloud. Actually, last week versus Rob, I had a real Feraligatr set. I had a DD with Crunch, Ice Punch, or something. I think I actually had Brick Break on that one. But I had like a real, like a Dragon Dance variant with Brick Break. I had Ice Punch, I think, and then I had Waterfall. But only time I've been able to record the matches, I have brought a Red Stock Feraligatr, which is pretty funny. But yeah, and it kind of makes sense because it is my only bulky water type, so there's some things that is actually pretty good versus. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this match, and we got our first legitimate win, the NPL. Let's go. Let's win out, even though we can't make playoffs. Let's just do it, and just show that we are not terrible. All right, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.